You can get started.
Okay, should I do like a bhajan first before I jump straight into the Damodara arati?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, it's not letting me share my screen.
Okay. I will give you the permission. Go ahead.
I'm sorry, give me 1 second.
Which bhajan are you doing?
Nandanashtakam.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Okay, Sanvi, I can share if it's getting time. I mean, it's taking time for you. Can I share?
Yeah, okay, thank you. Sorry.
No problem. Okay.
Sucharuvakramandaram Sukarnaratnakundalam Sucharchitanga Chandanam Namami Nandanandanam Sucharuvakramandaram Sukarnaratnakundalam Sucharchitanga Chandanam Namami Nandanandanam Sudirghanitra Pankajam Shikishikandamurtajam Anangakoti Mohanam Namami Nandanandanam Sudirghanitra Pankajam Shikishikandamurtajam Anangakoti Mohanam Namami Nandanandanam Sunasikagramakitam Svachandadantapankitam Navambutangachikkaram Namami Nandanandanam Sunasikagramakitam Svachandadantapankitam Navambutangachikkaram Namami Nandanandanam Karena Venuranjitam Gati Karindra Ganchitam Tukula Shovanam Namami Nandanandanam Karena Venuranjitam Gati Karindra Ganchitam Tukula Shovanam Namami Nandanandanam Tribanga Deha Sundaram Nakatiti Sudakaram Amulya Ratna Bhushanam Namami Nandanandanam Tribangadeha Sundaram Nagarjati Sudakaram Amulya Ratna Bhushanam Namami Nandanandanam Sugandha Anga Shaurabam Uru Viraji Kaustubam Surat Srivatsa Lanchanam Namami Nandanandanam Sugandha Anga Shaurabam Uru Viraji Kaustubam Surat Srivatsa Lanchanam Namami Nandanandanam Vrindavana Sunagaram Vilasanam Kavasasam Surendra Garvamochanam Namami Nandanandanam Vrindavana Sunagaram Vilasanam Kavasasam Surendra Garvamochanam Namami Nandanandanam Vrajangana Sunayakam Sadashruka Pradayakam Jaganmana Pralopanam Namami Nandanandanam Vijnanagasanayakam Shasasukapradayakam Jagannanapralopanam Namami Nandanandanam Shinandanandanashtakam Patitya Shraddhayanvita Tarepavam Pratam Stushtaram Labitadam Vyukmakam Srinandanandanaştakam patitya shraddhayanvita taretpavaptam tushtaram labitadam griyugmaka Sucharavaktramandalam sukarnaratnakundalam sucharchitangachandanam namami nandanandanam Sucharavaktramandalam sukarnaratnakundalam sucharchitangachandanam namami nandanandanam. Hare Krishna, thank you. I'm gonna move on to the Damodara Ashtakam now.
You need me to share, or you have it with you, or?
Yeah, I have it with me. I'll try sharing.
You don't have to share. I mean, everybody, I think, has access to it. So you can show us your, I'll spotlight your DT or your temple so that we can see that.
Okay, yeah.
Okay? All
Yeah.
right. Can't see your DT. You want to move it a little bit down?
Yeah, just that right.
Yes. Yeah, we can see now. Yep.
Namami Shraram Sachidanantarupam Rasakundalam Gokuli Rajamanam Namami Shraram Sachidanantarupam Rasakundalam Gokuli Rajamanam Yashodabiyulukalat Ramanam Paramishtamadyanto Gotritya Gopya Yashodabiyulukalat Ramanam Paramishtamadyanto Gotritya Gopya Rudodamupurnitra Mirja Yugma Mirjantam Karam Pujayugmina Satanganitram Rudodamupurnitra Yugma Mirjantam Karam Pujayugmina Satanganitram Mukushvasakam Pati Rigankakanta Sita Vaivanta Mota Ram Bhakti Bhatam Mukushvasakam Pati Rigankakanta Sita Vaivanta Mota Ram Bhakti Bhatam Iti Trixvarirate Ananta Kunde Sagosham Nimachantam Akyapayantam Iti Trixvarirate Ananta Kunde Sagosham Nimachantam Akyapayantam Tadishitanishu Yuktarjitatam Punaprimadastam Sadarvittivande Tadishitanishu Yuktarjitatam Punaprimadastam Sadarvittivande Phalam Divamoksham Namokshavadim Nachanyam praneham parishatapihha param devamoksham namukshavadimva Nachanyam praneham parishatapihha Idam deva purnata gopalavala sada me manakavirastam kimanye Idam deva purnata gopalavala sada me manakavirastam kimanye Idam te mukam bojam madhyantanilai Pradam kuntalai smita tataikscha gopya Idam te mukam bojam madhyantanilai Pradam kuntalai smita tataikscha gopya Muhuschandita bimbarata karami manasya virastama nam nakshalatai Muhuschandita bimbarata karami manasya virastama nam nakshalatai Namo Devaya Damodarananta Vishnu Prasita Prabodhoka Chalatimanam Namo Devaya Damodarananta Vishnu Prasita Prabodhoka Chalatimanam Kripa Drishti Vrashyati Dinam Padanu Grahani Shamavagnyam Iti Yakshidesha Kripa Drishti Vrashyati Dinam Padanu Grahani Shamavagnyam Iti Yakshidesha Kuberatnachau Buddha Mutyai Saya Muchitau Bhakti Bhajau Kratau Cha Kuberatnachau Buddha Mutyai Saya Muchitau Bhakti Bhajau Kratau Cha Tata prema bhaktim svakame praja Namo kshetraho mesti damodareha Tata prema bhaktim svakame praja Namo kshetraho mesti damodareha Namaste Sudhani Surati Tinani Tadiyodayatra Vishvasya Nami Namaste Sudhani Surati Tinani Tadiyodayatra Vishvasya Nami Namo Radhikaya Diya Priyaya Namo Nantarivaya Devaya Tubhyam Namo Radhikaya Diya Priyaya Namo Nantarivaya Devaya Tobhyam. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Thank you. I'm gonna now move on to today's presentation. Let me share that really quick.
You want to tell your name and grade?
Oh yeah, sorry. My name is Sanvi and I'm in 9th grade. Yeah.
We can't hear you.
Oh, sorry, I was on mute. I was on mute, sorry. Okay, so today I'm going to be talking about Lord Krishna's appearance when he appeared on this world, on this material world, a long time ago. So let me start. So a little backstory to that. Kamsa is Devaki's brother, and so Devaki is Krishna's birth mother. So Kamsa is basically the villain in this pastime. So what happens is Kamsa learns that one of Devaki's children is going to soon bring his end, so he's going to hurt Kamsa. So since Kamsa was such a powerful and evil ruler, he decided to hurt his own sister. So what happened was Vasudeva, who is Devaki's husband, convinced him not to let this happen. So instead, he put them in jail, in his prison. So here you can see that in the prison, every time Devaki gave birth to a child, Kamsa would come and kill the child. So when the 8th son was born, for the 8th son, Lord Vishnu himself came down in his true form and appeared in front of Vasudeva and Devaki, and he told them that previous lives they were very, very pious and really good devotees of him. And so what they did was they did a very very important and religious offerings to the Lord in their previous life. And so thus when they were granted a wish, they asked for a child who is like the Supreme Lord, but no one else in the world in all creations is like the Supreme Lord himself. So to fulfill their wish, he himself decided to come down as baby Krishna. So you can see in this picture how Devaki and Vasudeva are praying to the Lord, and you can see baby Krishna right here. So here's a close-up. They described baby Krishna as a beautiful little child with lotus feet, a blackish body, and beautiful ornaments and a peacock feather. And so what happened was Kamsa was like planning on killing the new child because he was scared that the eighth child would be the one who was going to hurt him. So what happened was Krishna, Vasudeva and Nanda Maharaj spoke to make a plan to make sure that baby Krishna gets out safely. So what happened was Vasudeva, and here you can see that Vasudeva is carrying baby Krishna across the Yamuna River. So first, Krishna made all the guards fall asleep, and the doors were open. So Vasudeva secretly went and took baby Krishna out of the palace. And on their journey there, it was very harsh, but they had a lot of help, as you can see in this picture. And the oceans were moving because it's the Lord himself, like the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is in the form of baby Krishna. So that's why it's all parting and making way, and it's all working out for them. So he is taking baby Krishna. So their plan was to bring baby Krishna out with another baby in Gokula, and it's a baby girl born to Mother Yashoda and Nanda Maharaj. So here you can see Vasudeva swapping out the babies, and he carries the baby girl back to the prison. And Yashoda doesn't know all of this is happening. As you can see, she's asleep in this picture. So when he carries her back, Kamsa is mistaken and thinks that this baby girl is actually the eighth the eighth child born to Devaki. So he attempts to kill this baby girl. This baby girl ends up actually being Yogamaya. So when Kamsa picks her up and tries hurting her, Yogamaya comes and reveals herself and reprimands him, basically. So you can see how Vasudeva and Devaki are praying to Yogamaya in like glee because baby Krishna is safe, and this little baby girl is actually Yogamaya, so it's really helpful. And Kamsa is getting beaten here, and Kamsa is told that baby Krishna is actually in a safe place, and so he didn't harm the baby, and his doom is yet to come. So back in Vrindavan, Yashoda and baby Krishna are together, and this is how baby Krishna was born. Actually, more appeared because since he is a supreme personality of Lord Godhead, he is never really born because he's always in existence. So how he appeared on this planet, and that's basically the story. So the takeaways from this is that Krishna loves his devotees. As you can see, he's always truthful to his devotees and keeps his promises. Like when Devaki and Vasudeva were in trouble, since they were previously and still very, very pious and good devotees of Krishna, he himself comes down in his true form because he loves them so much and he wants to make sure that everything uncovers the way it is. So that ultimately leads to the fact that Krishna always helps his loved ones and has proper plans to make sure that good always wins over evil. So thank you so much. And yeah, that was basically the story of how Krishna appeared on this planet. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Sanvi. Excellent presentation and nice takeaways for us. Krishna loves his devotees and he helps his loved ones. Thank you. You want to stop sharing now? Okay, thank you. So we'll continue. We have 5 more minutes. We'll continue with Navavida Bhakti. We did Shravanam, Kirtanam, Smaranam, and Archanam, Vandanam, Padasevanam. We did Dasyam yesterday. I think we finished 7. I thought we only did 6, but we finished 7. So Shravanam is role modeled by Parikshit Maharaj, Kirtanam by Haridas Thakur. Then we did Shravanam, Kirtanam, Smaranam by, can somebody help me?
No. What's the pass on?
Okay, you all have to mute if you're not talking related to the slides. I did not mute all of you, so please be mindful about that. Okay, so for Smaranam, who is the example we gave? I wanted to make this interactive. That's the reason I didn't mute you all. Okay, we gave the example of Prahlad Maharaj. Okay, then we had Archanam. Who was Archanam? Madhavendra Puri, one saint in the forest of Vrindavan, correct? And then we also told the example of Sakshi Gopal for Archanam. And then we did what else? Vandanam. Vandanam was given by whom? Example given was? Anybody remembers? We did double time the same story. I think that was told yesterday, is it? Yeah, I think Akrura, yes. So then Vandanam was Akrura. Then we did Padasevanam. Who was Padasevanam example? Anybody remember?
Hanuman.
Bharata, very nice. And Dhasyam? Hanuman. Awesome. Good job. So now we are left with two more angas of Navavidha Bhakti. One is Sakyam and the last one is Atmanivedhanam. So we'll do Sakyam a little bit today. Sakyam, the Sanskrit word Sakyam means friendship. And we all know the definition of friendship, a popular saying that goes with friendship is a friend in need is a friend in deed. So a good friend, what do we do with good friends? We share our sorrows, we share our happiness, we share our excitement, we share our successes, we share our failures, we share our mind with the friend. On top of all that, we also share our secrets, right? And that is the relationship that we have with friends. And one such friend example that was exemplified, one who was a very dear friend to Lord Sri Krishna and who got liberated by way of his friendship, which we already covered in one of the sessions. I think Preeti did it. She did the example of Sudama. Sudama was a very dear friend of Lord Sri Krishna. He was a great devotee too. In addition, he was a friend of Lord Sri Krishna. And they studied together in the same Gurukula under the the Guru was Sandipani Muni. So they had taken guidance together and they studied together. And when they grew up, Krishna had gone to become a king and Sudama was the Brahmana, who was a poor Brahmana. And then we all know the story of how Sudama's wife once approached him and asked him, your friend is the great Lord Sri Krishna, why don't you go and approach him and ask him for help? And that's when Krishna Sudama goes and all that pastime we know. So Krishna understands the heart of true devotees and true friends. Another example of friendship of a true friend of a friend of Krishna, who is a great devotee, is that of our role model Arjuna from Bhagavad Gita. Krishna explains in one of the chapters that, hey Arjuna, I'm going to disclose the secret of the secrets, which is the Bhagavad Gita knowledge, to you because you are my devotee and also my best friend. So Bhagavad Gita is not understood by ordinary people unless we have extended our relationship with Krishna as a devotee and also as a friend. Because only when we serve the Lord with that emotions, with that relationship that we establish with the Lord of devotee and friend, then Bhagavad Gita will be understood the way it was understood by Arjuna. And what is the way that Arjuna understood it? The way was that after he heard Bhagavad Gita, what was Arjuna's situation before the Bhagavad Gita happened or before Krishna spoke Bhagavad Gita to Arjuna? He was all depressed and he gave up on fighting. He put his Gandiva down. He sat down on the chariot with his hand on his forehead. He was sweating. His mouth was drying up. He saw his cousins, his grandfather. He saw his guru, all of them on the opposite side. And he could not believe that all these people have come here to fight just for becoming king. So with all that emotional status, he was not able to even think about fighting. And he just gave up on the battlefield and he sat down helplessly and asking Krishna to guide him. He asks in chapter 2, verse 7, he says, I'm going to surrender to you. Please instruct me as what is to be done at this time. And then after Krishna gives the Bhagavad Gita instructions, what does Arjuna transform to become? He becomes very enthusiastic and he understands the real purpose of his role, that he has to be performing his duty as a Kshatriya for righteousness, but with the God consciousness, with Krishna consciousness. And that's the verse where Krishna says, Tasmat sarveshu kaleshu माम अनुस्मर युध्य च मय्यर्पित मनोबुद्धिर माम एवैष्यसि असंशयः सर्वधर्मान् परित्यज्य माम एकं शरणं व्रज aham tvam sarva papebhyo mokshayasyaami ma suchah. So these are the verses that Arjuna takes to heart, and after listening to Bhagavad Gita, he performs that same job which he had given up, which he thought he cannot do, but with much more enthusiasm, with much more energy, and with much more purpose, and comes out successfully. And that's exactly what we should also be understanding from Bhagavad Gita, and that cannot happen until and unless we establish that relationship with Krishna in that mood of servitude, in the mood of a devotee, and in the mood of a friend. So that, we can go on talking about how Krishna is the best friend, and how what true friendship is, unlike the friendship that we know or we have experienced in this material world, which is only an exchange of material things or material comforts. But true friendship is beyond that, and that's what Krishna explains by his friend, by devotees of Krishna like Sudama and Arjuna demonstrate or exemplify to us through their role modeling. So that's about Sakyam, and tomorrow, if we get time, based on whoever presents, we will talk about Atma Nivedanam, and we'll stop here for today. Thank you all for joining, and we'll see you all again tomorrow, same place, same time. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Bye everyone. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Masterji.
Thank you.
Hare
Bye.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare
Hare Krishna.
Hare
Mataji, Hare Krishna.